Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Today we will be making a very tasty rice dish, ladies and gentlemen, that I like to call dirty rice. So stick around, ladies and gentlemen. It's very important for people to learn how to cook the basics. You definitely don't want to get stuck eating nothing but Pop-Tarts during the end of the world as we know it. And here are all of our ingredients, ladies and gentlemen. Very simple. As you can see, I put everything on this plate because it's all going to end up in that cup. First thing we have is some olives. These are the olives that I bought from Costco that have the pepper and the garlic in them. We have some minced garlic, about a tablespoon. We have some capers, about a tablespoon as well. We have, of course, about a tablespoon of adobo, a tablespoon of dehydrated onions. You can use more if you like. About 2 or 3 tablespoons of cilantro, a tablespoon of tomato powder, and about a teaspoon of black pepper. And as you can see here, I have about 4 ounces of water in this mixing cup, to which I'm going to add about 3, let's say about 3 or so tablespoons of olive oil. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take all of our spices, i.e. wet ingredients, and we're going to put it all inside of this mixing cup. Now, once we put it inside of the mixing cup, we're just going to give it a good mix, and then we will be ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. This is how easy this recipe is to make. Now that our spice base is mixed up, we're going to turn to our black beans. Now, these are the black beans, if you all remember, that I got on sale at Costco for like 28 cents a can. But anyways, we're going to use 2 cans of black beans for this recipe. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the best can opener that I've ever owned. As you can see, it's very easy to use because it's got a long handle. We're going to put a couple of tablespoons of olive oil on this pan. We're going to go ahead and bring it up to heat. And once we bring it up to heat, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to put in our spice blend right into that hot skillet. Now we're going to go ahead and let this heat up until the spice blend starts losing a little bit of its water and it gets a little bit thicker than what it is now. So we're going to reduce it just a little bit, not too much. And that right there is perfect. You see how it has to fill back in the void once you put your spoon in there? Now we're going to go ahead and add both of our cans of black beans to this, and we are going to let this cook again until it reduces down. AP, why are you letting this reduce down? Well, ladies and gentlemen, is if we take away the fluids from the cans of black beans, that's really going to take away flavor. All right, so we want that flavor in there. And in all reality, that fluid that's in the black beans is what makes this rice dirty. So we're going to go ahead and cook this up until it's reduced to about 2/3 or so of what it is now. You'll be able to tell because you'll be able to part the Red Sea with your spoon when it's reduced enough for us to be able to introduce our cooked rice into it. Talking about rice, ladies and gentlemen, I haven't mentioned the rice because this rice is pre-cooked. You cook the rice first and then you add it to your spice base or your sofrito, as we like to call it as well. This here is a 2 cup of dry rice serving, which makes approximately 6 to 8 servings when cooked. Take a look at this video in the upper right hand corner where I have a 1 or 2 minute tutorial that teaches you how to make rice from scratch. And now that you see that you can part the Red Sea with your spoon and it doesn't come back together immediately, you see how it takes about a second or so before it comes back together? Now we are ready to put our rice in there and start blending it in or folding it in. I am going to put this entire 2 cups of rice into this mixture here. And what you see here is the equivalent of what I said, 2 cups of dry rice. Once it's cooked, makes roughly 6 to 8 servings, depending on how hungry you are. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to break this rice up. We're going to go ahead and blend it in, really fold it in to the mixture. That way you don't crush the beans and make the rice mushy. And you'll see, ladies and gentlemen, that this is going to come out very nice. And more importantly, it's going to taste very good. I don't like to cook dishes like this all the time because I love them. And I figure that if I cook this all the time and we ate it all the time, it would just become part of every day, right? but I cook it every once in a while. And when I cook it, everyone likes to eat it because it's not something that we have every day. I think that makes sense. But as you can see here, everything is folding in really nice. And all we have to do now is continue to fold it in until everything comes together. And here you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the finished product. Let me go ahead and plate this and show you how I eat it. Now, as you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, my favorite way to eat this is just with an egg on top of it. Of course, the egg has to have a runny yolk inside. And I really do love these olives, the ones that have a little bit of jalapeno and some garlic inside. So I put a couple of olives in there as well. Now look at this. This is just a simple meal. But trust me, if you make this rice, you're going to love it. Because that blend of spices just makes it delicious. Now let's go ahead and give it a try. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I knew I was going to love this because I've made it before. But now you know how to make it, and I hope that you make it as well. Look at this. You get that yolk on top of that rice, ladies and gentlemen. You all know that this is good food right here. You all know that you're looking at something that's good, that's easy to make. And not only easy to make, but very inexpensive, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Well, we're going to have to taste this as well. Make sure that it came out all right. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, it came out awesome. I hope that you give this a try. And if you do, please let us know how you like it. Other than that, thank you for joining in today. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper, and I am out.